Hey guys, what's up? I'm Christian Taylor, and today it's an all-out fight between Venmo and the Cash App. Now, just a quick explainer if you don't know what either of these apps do. They are apps where you can send money to your friends and family for free using your debit card. Now, you may be wondering how this is different from PayPal, and I have a video of Venmo versus PayPal where I explain the differences between that and this type of app, but today's video is comparing Venmo against the Cash App. Now, a bit of background. So Venmo is actually owned by PayPal, and the Cash App is owned by Square, which is a payment processing company that's used by a lot of small store owners. So you might be wondering, they seem very similar and claim to do pretty much the same thing. Is one better than the other? Well, starting off with the UI, both apps have a pretty flat UI. Venmo is cluttered with 3 tabs up top, a hamburger menu, and a floating action button. Now, the Cash App is clean and simple, and totally focused around sending and receiving money with no extra fluff. So for that reason, I tend to prefer the interface of the Cash App better, so this point is going to the Cash App. Let's move on to functionality and reliability. Both apps are reliable and they're run by credible companies, so I wouldn't really be worrying about the fact that my money's safe or whether it's going to get to the person. I trust Square and PayPal, and they all function as expected, so I'm giving the point to both apps on this round. Now it's time to dig into the features of each app to see if one app does something better than the other and how they differ. So Venmo actually has a social feature that allows you to see who your friends are paying, as well as a log of public transactions. Venmo Checkout also allows you to pay using your Venmo balance when clicking on the Pay with PayPal button in your mobile browser. The Cash App allows you to buy and sell Bitcoin, and the Cash Card lets you spend your balance right away without the need for a transfer. Personally, I find Venmo's social feature to be a bit cluttered and useless, but I really like the concept of the Cash Card on Square Cash, where you wouldn't have to transfer it to your bank account to spend money, and I also really like the fact that they are making it easy for anyone to explore buying and selling Bitcoin. So for that reason, I'm giving the point to the Cash App. Now, of course, we can compare features all day, but I know what you guys are also interested in is the fees. Now, both apps are free to use, assuming you're using a debit card and not a credit card. However, there is a 1-day delay to transfer funds out to your bank account. You do have the option to do this instantly or within 30 minutes. And on Venmo, this will cost you a 25-cent flat fee, but on the Cash App, this will range from 1 to 1.5% of the total transaction. And that's what Square has on their website, but it's not very clear why it ranges so big from 1 to 1.5%. And when it's 1% and when it's 1.5%. Plus, that's almost always going to be more than Venmo's 25-cent flat fee. So for that reason, I'm giving this point to Venmo. So in conclusion, both apps are very similar. They each have pros and cons with their little extra features, but essentially they're both free ways to send money to friends and family. It just comes down to personal preference, which user interface you prefer, whether you're willing to deal with the slightly higher fees of the Cash App for an instant transfer out. It's all up to you, and it is a personal decision. For me personally, I prefer the Cash App for its simplistic UI and no frills approach at sending money. I just like how clean and simple it is, and Venmo feels a bit cluttered and complicated to me. So I hope I've helped you with your decision on choosing which app you will use to send and receive money. And if you like this video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the bell, and enable post notifications so you don't miss when I release new content. Leave a like on this video, and with that said, I'll catch you guys next time.